Hello, this is Gene. Didn't expect to take this or do this video this week, but I said yesterday in my after the game against Manchester United that I had a procedure that I have to go through, and I had to do it this morning. And unfortunately, they found something. So this is just going to be my update to my bladder stuff that's going on. The doctor said that the bladder itself looked fine. But at the top of the bladder is where the neck is, the bladder neck, and he saw something in there. So he did a biopsy, and that didn't feel very well. And I think he took a lot out too. So, but he thinks, just obviously with his experience, that he thinks it's just a benign, like polyp or something like that. And I don't know what they do with that. I guess if it interferes with my um, peeing, that they will do something with that. And I've had some issues, but not really enough that I would say that I want to have a surgery to fix it. So now I have to wait for the biopsy to come back, which will be next week. Um, I think last time I did this, they actually called me like on Friday when they had the information and tell me what it was. So um, I'm not I am concerned, of course, because everything else was looking fine, and now something's back, and he hasn't seen it the last 4 or 5 times he's done this. So something's there, and I've had some issues. I've had pains in parts of my body that concerns me. Before I had small bowel cancer as well. So it's one of those things. It seems like my genetics leads me to having these issues. So we'll see what we go from here. Those who are going to come to this channel and they want information on bladder cancer, what I'll do is I'll put down my previous video on this and how I was feeling at that time. And there are a lot of support groups out there that you can talk to, people who've been through it. This is one of those diseases that continually come back. You think you're clear for a little while, then it comes back. It is one of I mean, it's one of, I think, the top fourth, I think, killers of men when it comes to cancer. It's below, like, I think it's the same as like prostate, or maybe a little bit lower than that. And the interesting thing is he thinks that, again, he doesn't know exactly. I mean, obviously he has experience, and I would think he would know that if it has that characteristics of a tumor, he would pretty much know that that's what it is. And I would imagine he would say we have to wait for the results. He just thinks it's a benign polyp. And those are somewhat normal to guys my age. So it's just strange. We had not seen that in the last, I think I've had 5 of these surveillance, they call it a cystopic stuff. And he hasn't seen it. So I don't know. I always think sometimes that when he's doing it, he basically rubs the walls, and I think that maybe this could be something that irritation that it's doing this. All I can say from this one, I had a biopsy before, and this last one, I think he took more out, like I said, because there are large blood clots in my urine stream. And apparently that's normal. I called him twice now today, because right after I called him, it happened again. You know, the first one was almost like the size of a silver dollar, let's say. I actually pulled it out of the toilet to look at it. And I had that the last time. And I had that, I think, after my turb. But it happened like one time, and this is like a couple of them. And it's concerning because where it's at the top of the bladder. Of course, as everybody does when this happens, you start going online, you try to say, okay, what could it be? And you go down to the worst scenario. And I'll be honest, the original date for my surveillance was like the 9th. And they had to change it to last Monday, and they had to change it again, and all that whole last couple of weeks I was thinking that probably something's up, and apparently is. Now again, it may not be that big of an issue, And if it is a tumor and they can take it out without making me have to do other stuff, that's fine too. Anyway, I will put down that information from my first video. I said before, there are a lot of people, a lot of groups out there that deal with bladder cancer. I use the forum on American Cancer Society. The guys there have been very nice to me. You know, a lot of people, when you get on these forums, after you get the quote-unquote all clear, you don't go back and update them. And here I was looking at my original post, and it was from like a year and 3 months ago. And I was the same person too. I didn't go back on those forums, and I don't know why that is. You should still support the guys that are still going through it. Obviously, I'm still going through it. You know, it is what it is, and this disease is very hard to stop. You can live with it. A lot of things, if it's really bad, they can do things. Kind of changes your life a little bit, but it can be done. Right now, I'm not really as positive. It's not just this. There's other things going on in my life. So it wasn't shocking to me that something like this was going to happen. It was just kind of strange that he was like, everything looks good in there, and then he's pulling it out, and he's like, well, what's this? He didn't really say that, but I hope, I mean, he's been right all the time when he's seen something in my bladder, when he's taken some out. He said, no, I think this is what it is, and he's been right. So I'm assuming that he's going to be right with this. But who knows? Who knows what it could be? It makes a lot more sense that if it's up there than being inside my bladder. I don't know. That's just me thinking. I'm not a doctor, so what do I know? But like I said, I'll put that information below. If you guys have any questions, I mean, I know I'm kind of down right now, but if you have any questions, there was a guy who had a son. His son was on here, and his father had bladder cancer. And we talked a little bit, and I haven't really seen him recently. But if you guys have any questions, just let me know. We have to advocate for ourselves, like I said in my original video. And if you feel things are going on now, I didn't have any symptoms really, but obviously I'm somebody who has the disease, so I have to go in and get it checked. And this happens, and you got to just get past it and look forward. And I don't know, I feel so down. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really want to do this because I should be being positive and saying that no matter what happens, that I have a support system here, and I got people online that I can talk to about this this stuff, and we go from that. I just want to get past what happened today because a lot of blood is coming out of me, and even though, like I said, I've called the doctor twice, and he said it's normal. I'll just be glad when it stops doing what it's doing. So, and anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll give you an update when I know. And whatever happens, it happens. And right now, I can't change the outcome of what's in the blood work or the tumor or whatever it is. It is what it is. And I guess I can move on with my life. Okay, thank you for guys watching, and we'll talk to you later.